Hi, this is Don Samuel, and this is my weekly update from 5th Ward in North Minneapolis. I'm standing out here at the corner of 17th and Morgan, where, as you can see behind me, there is a portable camera installed, and this is part of the intensified security in this area, along with an intensification of police patrol. So that is all in response to the homicides that have taken place at this corner. There's right here, a young Quantel Braxton was killed. And just 8 blocks down, on this same street, 1 block over and 8 blocks down rather, a young man was killed last night, a 13-year-old. Quantel was 14. And so the ages are coming down. And as the police told us today in the press conference, as the chief said, it's not just the ages of the victims, but the ages of the perpetrators. In fact, some of the perpetrators are now down to age 11. So we have some serious issues here, and I would like you to listen as to how you might be able to help. First of all, these kids are random. Don't look for any typical gang behavior with the recognizable groups. These are groups that switch back and forth their affiliations, and we don't, and they're very unpredictable because they're young kids. The other thing is that they have, especially for kids this age, some unusually high caliber weaponry. So there's some significant shift happening here in the gun business. Some high caliber guns have made it into our community, and the kids are riding around with their guns, and very often in their backpacks. So it's important for parents to start to check on your kids' backpacks and make sure everything is clear. Sometimes a good kid can make a mistake of carrying the wrong thing, so we want you to be very careful. Also very concerned about what will happen at school with backpacks and guns, of course. So we want you to always encourage your kids to talk to you. Make sure you know if they're intimidated at school so that you can intervene on their behalf with the teachers or whomever. Worst thing you want is for a kid to feel they can't talk to you at home, they're scared at school, because then they'll have to get protection, if not from a kid, from an adult, from another kid, and that's what a gang is. Kids protecting each other. Now, in order to minimize this violence, we're going to enforce the curfew very strictly, and truancy once school starts. So I want to remind you of the curfew times and ages. Here goes. Under 12, curfew on the weekday is 9 p.m. and on weekends 10 p.m. And then 13 and 14, 10 p.m. on the weekdays and 11 on the weekends. And then up to 17, it's going to be 11 on the weekdays and 12 on the weekends. Police will be enforcing those strictly, so we want you to be careful and make sure your kids are at home. And in any event, even if it's not curfew, make sure you know where your kids are at all times, and don't take for granted the fact that their friends are 10, 11, and 13, that they're okay. Quantel was here playing with his friends, water balloon fights, when he got caught up in this other gunfight that was going on. So make sure that your kids are safe, keep them out of harm's way, talk to them, make sure you know what they're doing, and check their backpacks. And on top of that, you might, if your kid has a Facebook page, you might want to make sure you monitor that, because a lot of the communication, even though your kid might not be into something, they might have a Facebook friend who is, and you'll be able to catch that. And then finally, make sure you call 911 with any problems, and make sure you help the police in any way you can to solve these homicides, and in the future to prevent crime. So from the 5th Ward, this is Don Samuels. Thank you, and have a safe week.